Alright, so today let's talk a little bit about Division 2 because it's been a while since we talked about this game, and for a really good reason. Part of it is due to the fact that the current content run in Division 2 right now is a rerun of old seasons, and of course another part is due to the release of Outriders. A lot of Division 2 players and fans are on that game, they're enjoying that game based on some of the small similarities, especially due to the fact that Outriders is a third-person game, and that and the visual aspect tend to draw in a lot of players. So a lot of Division fans are playing Outriders and maybe some other games out there. So, with the release of Outriders, I believe personally that it helped the Division 2 in unimaginable ways. Why did I say this? Well, Outriders release took away some of the heavy pressure and criticism from Massive Entertainment and Division 2, because the developers now have room to breathe. There is a new kid on the block, and that's the one who we are going to criticize or love, at least for the moment. Either they deserve it or not, new games help existing games because it gives the developers room to breathe without the player base breathing on their necks. It's like telling your kids to go play outside till the food is ready. That way you don't have to deal with them standing in the kitchen right next to you asking you, is it done yet? Because now when they're playing outside, they're going to forget that they're even hungry, and it's going to take a long time before they come back in. And also, of course, give you more time to work on the food, make sure it tastes right, make sure it's cooked well. And I think that's what was going on with Division 2 right now. Outriders release is giving the developers more time, more energy, more breathing room to fully develop year 3 or year 4 for Division 2, and I'm liking the way things are going. And this is something that has been going on. It's been the nature of a lot of looter shooters for a few years now. I remember when Fallout 76 came out and it was in a broken state, and it became a meme overnight. Everybody was calling every broken game at that point in time Fallout 76. In fact, some people were saying that was the most broken game in history of gaming. I don't know if it is, but that was what a lot of people were saying. The gaming community kind of bashed the game around for a while, so much that even if you enjoyed playing Fallout 76, you were kind of scared and nervous to say that you do because you risk being criticized for liking the game. Then Anthem came out in a broken state and did two things. Because for one, it took away the tension from Fallout 76, it gave the developers more time to do whatever they have to do, took some of the heavy criticism away from that game, and it also masked some of the early issues from Division 2. Because remember, Division 2 also had its own issues when it came out, but because Anthem was so much in a crazy state and people were so, hyped on criticizing Anthem, they overlooked some of the issues with Division 2. And that situation kind of went on for over a year. There were channels who were raking in AdSense revenue in the thousands based on Anthem critique or hate videos, whatever you want to call them. Then, fast forward about a whole year later, you have Marvel Avengers. That game came out and made everyone forget about Anthem for a little bit. At least they forget that Anthem even existed, and Marvel Avengers became the punching bag for a lot of people, which is crazy, but also expected. And then months after that, Cyberpunk 2077 came out and people forgot about Marvel Avengers and the issues the game had, giving the developers time to at least try to fix the game, because now a lot of people are now focused on the broken state of Cyberpunk 2077. This is one game that took most of the hate from several games. It overpromised, took several years to develop, and then it underdelivered. But after that died down, the focus was then back to the Division for Division fans. And when there is content drought in any game out there, people begin to get more intense by the minute. They start yelling at developers, they start putting out hate videos because there is no real content to cover. Some people, maybe they put out build videos, but that's it. Now, developers are on edge and sometimes put on the spot in the situations where there is no content. And with the whole year 3 debacle going on with Division 2, I think the developers kind of needed that break. Now, the release of Outriders is one of those things that the Division devs needed. Granted, Outriders is not a service game. It is a one and done game for a lot of people. So once you finish all the missions and all that kind of stuff, and you broke and reached the end game and you finished all of that, then there's literally nothing else to do till the next DLC, because that's the way the game was built. It's not a service game. It's supposed to end at one point in time. But even with that, it took away majority of the attention of Division players, and it also lets Massive and other studios cook in the kitchen without Division players and fans breathing down their necks, asking them, when is the next state of the game? When is the next update? What is going to happen for E3? What is going to happen in Ubisoft Forward? What is going to happen with a new game mode? What are you releasing for year 3? This reduced all that question and all that badgering that some of the developers face, and I think secretly a lot of them are happy about this, because now players have something to do. They have another game to play, another game to criticize, another game to hate, or another game to love. And that's the beauty of games releasing after each other. Even if they're broken, there's always that one thing that they have in common, and people gravitate towards another game, and they focus all their energy on it. This is such a blessing that it is helping other devs in the long run, and I think that's the importance of playing multiple games as well, because it helps you avoid burnout. Because if you're someone who plays only Outriders, then you will likely have finished the game within the first week, assuming that you have better connection and you're not being kicked out. But you would have finished the game within the first week. If you're someone who played only Division 2, then you would have finished the game really quickly, and you wouldn't have anything to do. You would have hit that content drought a lot earlier than most people. So this is one of those ways that Outriders indirectly helped the Division 2, because it grabbed all the attention of the critics and the fans. And it's been a while since you see some Division hate videos, or some Division critic videos, or some Division suggestion videos out there, because the developers now have more room to breathe. And a lot of those people making those videos, including myself, a lot of us are now focused on another game. Anyways, let me know what you think down below in the comment section. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.